know it one thing, all that glitter is not good.
And also for the woman, there are things you say that will spoil your family.
The marriage has actually broken.
We have this craze for wealth. People are so crazy. If this young man is your son, what will you tell him? Welcome to this episode on Share with Noble. Today we'll be looking at an interesting topic, an interesting story being shared with us, and we want you to listen to my guest as they provide solution. And also remember, the solution will also come from you as you listen, and then at the end of it, or you contribute also, you comment and share. To talk with us today on this episode, I have my right, Mr. Augustino Milo. Mr. Milo, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And my left, we have Mrs. Victoria Chukura. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
I would just want us to listen to the story, then we'll come back and then do justice to the story. A man wrote us, he said he's worried. He's married with 2 kids, but I earns about 100,000 every month. And out of this 100,000, he gives his wife 70,000 from it to take care of the children. That he pays the school fees, he pays house rent and every other thing. But still seems that this 70,000 is not enough for him. That he just discovered recently that the wife buys new clothes, new weave on and the likes, wristwatches, bags, everything. That he came back today, as in the day he wrote us, and smelled chicken. He asked the wife what happened. The wife said there's nothing. So the little child now said, there is chicken under the bed. He looked under the bed and saw 3 wraps of full chicken. So he's worried. According to him, he confronted his wife. I'll just read the last part of what he wrote. So that's going to give us a kind of a platform for us to start. He said, since 6 months now, my wife started changing clothes and looking good. She don't allow me touch her. Note that she doesn't allow me touch her. Even if I beg. She told me just now that a man is doing what I cannot do for her. She's young and that she wants to enjoy herself. This is what the lady responded to the man. Just give us a minute. We'll be back shortly while we listen to our guests bear their mind on this particular issue. Thank you. Okay, we are back. Mr. Augustino Milo, I'm going to start with you. How do you go about advising this man? He's worried, he's disturbed, he's asking what will he do now?
Okay, these are warning signals. Warning signals in the sense that, as far as I'm concerned, the marriage has actually broken. And to redeem it may be very, very difficult. But the man may still make some attempts so that it will not look as if maybe he just say, I am no longer interested. Because for the lady to say that somebody is doing what you cannot do, I don't know the definition of what the man cannot do. Because it may include the fact that the man is not able to give enough money to her. And if that is the case, the man cannot go to steal to make up for that. And even if the man goes to steal, since there is already a man there, it will be difficult for that man now to be separated from this family. So if this man just makes a little attempt to say, okay, let me go to the parents and complain and let them know how their child is actually conducting herself in our marriage and see the response of the parents, or if it's their church pastor, so that at the end of all these things, so that just to fulfill all righteousness, if the girl still insists that she's actually having somebody in her life, the man should just call it quits.
It's okay. Thank you so much. Ms. Chukura, I heard what Augustino Milo said. Yes. Do you share the same opinion?
I do. And I just want to make this little contribution. Just like Mr. Milo said, he should go to the parents or somebody that she listens to. Let her repeat those words in the presence of either the parent or the elderly man or woman. Then from there, he will now know whether to continue with her or not, because all those annoying words that she said may just be on the spur of the moment, maybe the excitement of where she was coming from. And she just said it. She may not mean it.
Okay.
She may not mean it. So in that light, I want to see that if she's in maybe a fresh environment with these people, she may be able to say what is agitating her mind that is making her to say such thing, and they should make her realize that she's a married person. She's not a single girl like she claimed that she's young and this, and she should know that all that glitter is not good. The young man should explore all this avenue. If given the opportunity to speak with those people or her parents, if she still has her parents, I will suggest her parents. Let her repeat those words in the presence of her parents. If she repeat those words in the presence of her parents, then you should call it quits. But if she's remorseful, then you should forgive her. I know in the presence of being remorseful, the parents will also counsel her. So
it's okay. Thank you very much.
Now, forgiving her now means that she will not begin to allow the man to touch her, because touching her is
all those by the time all those discussions will come up.
Yes.
The man will tell them now what she has been facing,
okay,
and before she come to this stage of voicing it out.
Yes.
So the man, all those things will be discussed.
Yeah.
She will now use the opportunity. The man now should use the opportunity to open up to the parents. If there is any challenges he has been going through, or any suspicion that he has been maybe nurturing to concerning her behavior, because before now I don't think she has all this behavior. It is after chicken now that she started saying, oh, so that ritual that I saw that day, that we've on that, okay, is this man that you are saying a man did it for you? So women, we talk one kind. She may not mean it like that, but let him explore. Let him explore.
I think like what Omilo was trying to say. You see, I beg to differ, because for the man to say for the past 6 months, the wife, according to the man, she didn't allow me touch her. That means they've not slept together for the past 6 months. So I don't think it's a spur of the moment thing. What do you think?
No, it's not. It's not something that the man should just gloss over. The woman must commit to that agreement that we're going forward. All the things the man said I was not doing before, I will do them. And it's until you do that before the man can say, yes, of course, you have heard from your parents or something.
It's okay. It's okay. So, Mrs. Chukura, do you want to say something different? Because you didn't take these 6 months into consideration when you were saying just at the spur of the moment.
The 6 months too should be looked into carefully. But health-wise, is she nurturing a baby? Is she does she have any health challenge? Or if she has this challenge, maybe menstrual flow that will flow from one hair like that kind of stuff. Or is there something that is making her not to agree to, allowing him to touch her? If there are nothing, it's just her own makeup, then that area you should highlight on it to the parents. But if there are health challenges, maybe she's not trying a baby, there are health challenges, then that 6 months is not too much.
Like you said, nurturing baby or head child. Don't you think she should have discussed with the husband if truly she's if there's a head challenge? Don't you think so?
Because before now the man didn't see it like it was a problem. Is this chicken that is bringing?
Okay. I'll go Milo. Yeah. Let me make the question now personal to you. I'll make it personal to you. On this platform we try to advise people what they should do. Most times when it affects us, the advice changes.
Yes.
If this young man is your son, what will you tell him?
Yes, what I will tell him is just like I have told him already now to meet the parents. I will expect my son to come and tell me what he is experiencing.
And he tells you, he comes and he tells you this is it.
Yes, immediately tells me that. I'll say, okay, when you get home, tell your wife that I want to see her. And when the woman or the child, the woman comes now, don't forget the woman is a child of another person. Now, but being married to my son now, I will see her as my daughter also. Sit down. Yes, he said so and so. What is the problem? And she will explain to me. Then in the course of a discussion, maybe I'll be able to find out 1 or 2 things that I will say, okay, go. Then I'll call my son again to say, I've spoken to your wife. This is what she said. Is it true also? And then, after that, we'll be able to okay, since this is where she stands and this is where you stand, I expect you now to call her again to let her know what I told her. It's left for her now to go and tell her own parents also what he or she is experiencing from you, so that we'll hear from both, and the two of you will come back again for us to take final decision.
It's okay. Thank you very much. Mrs. Chukura, is your son. He came and he told you this. What will you advise him, your son, now?
Yeah, just like Omilo said, I will also do that. I will ask him to ask the girl to see me. Then I will ask her what the problem is. If depending on what she said, then I will now call my son to advise him. If it is something that both we need to put two of them together on the stage to talk to them one on one, instead of talk to them, talk to them. Then we'll begin to talk to them. Then if we cannot, if she's still hell bent on say, I will not allow you to touch me, this man that is doing this for me, then we go for a separation. Is better, so that there will be peace.
It's okay. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Omilo, one final word for our audience. You're going to take into cognizance this situation. Also, you take into cognizance those wives that don't appreciate what their husband brings. Like the man eats 100,000 and brings 70,000 and still pays school fees and everything. Still, the wife is not satisfied. Yeah. So, you're going to give us just 1 minute and advice. Yeah. Wrap all these things up.
Yes. You know, the advice I want to give is that women must be very careful, because the society is where we are because of the disorganized families that we have. Now, your husband earns 100,000 and he willingly brings out 70,000 out of this 100,000 to give to you. It's there for you to actually manage this money in such a manner that the man will be encouraged to either look for a better job or something, but not for you to begin to act like a wayward person, you know, telling the man, discouraging the man, because if you do this, at the end of the day, the man may also begin to find out ways of satisfying himself outside, you know, just like you are doing also. And if you do that, as you are bringing maybe somebody who may not be the child of the man to the house, because if you behave the way you are behaving now, you may be bringing a child that does not actually belong to the man, who may be an armed robber, just like the man may also be going out to also invite somebody who may be maybe a kidnapper into his house. And at the end of the day, that kidnapper the man is going to bring will join hands with the armed robber you are bringing to the family, and as they grow up, you are part of the people that is causing problem in this society. And therefore, there is need for people to be content with what we have, because before you marry a man, you must have made up your mind about the qualities that you find in the man, and the man has found out the qualities that is in you. And it's left for two of you to develop such qualities and bring them to a point where you become envy of the people. It doesn't matter. Live within your means.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Chukura, we're still going to ask you that same question. We have this craze for wealth. People are so crazy. Yeah. That fund is separating families, money is separating families. What advice do you have to give to the women folks? And also, you can talk to the men also.
Yes, for the women, before they got married to these men, they've seen that on the wedding day, you will say, if they ask you, what attracted you to this man? You say, is the best in the world, is this, is that, is that. So where are all those qualities now that you are misbehaving? So know it, one thing, all that glitter is not gold. If somebody is enticing with those beautiful things now, know that soon that gold will grow dim and you will begin to regret, and it may be too late for you. Be contented with what you have.
Thank you so much, audience. We've listened to guests talk to us today. We've listened to Mr. Augustine Omilo and Mrs. Victoria Chukura bear their mind on this case. It's still open to you. If you believe you have something different, you can add it there at the comment section. And kindly don't forget to share. We've listened. The young man that wrote us, you heard the advice from experienced hands here. They say you can report the lady to the family and try and see how you can resolve it. And also for the woman, there are things you say that will spoil your family. So we encourage each and every one of us to do what is needful. Like Omilo said, that's the challenge of most families. But if we can get around this and be contented with what we have, that means the sky will not just be our limit, to be our starting point. From us at Novo TV and from Mr. Augustino Milo and Mrs. Victoria Shukura, my name is Novo Arinze. Thank you for joining us today.